Today on Destination Polaris, it's all about mud, 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 and more mud.
Welcome to Mudtoberfest!
We're off to East Texas to get down and dirty at Mudtoberfest.
You know what they say, if the mud ain't flying, you ain't trying.
Pack your waders, because Destination Polaris starts right now.
Welcome to Destination Polaris. You know what they say, if the mud ain't flying, you ain't trying. And I think it's safe to say we're trying because we're here at Mudtoberfest in East Texas. There's all sorts of events taking place this weekend, and Polaris is launching a brand new mud-friendly machine, but you're gonna have to wait until we wash it off to take a sneak peek.
Welcome to Mudtoberfest!
I have to be honest with you. When I heard I was headed to East Texas for Mudtoberfest, I was like, what in the heck is Mudtoberfest? Can someone please explain here?
Stuck like Chuck, down like 4 flat tires.
Excuse me? What was that?
That's my 2 favorites right there.
You know, it didn't take me long to figure out if I wanted to know about mud and Mudtoberfest, I needed to hang out with Scott Smith from High Lifter.
Okay, Scott Smith, S-C-O-T-T-S-I-M-T-H. Did anybody catch that?
I did. I was like,
I'll see. We're out here at Mudtoberfest in Jacksonville, Texas. We got our first DNF. We do this event every year. This is our family style event. We generally have a lot of kids. It's around Halloween.
So Scott gave me the lowdown on what makes Mudtoberfest unique.
We've got trick-or-treating going on. We've got a poker run later on this afternoon.
Mudtoberfest is a little more low-key than High Lifter's other big bash, Mud Nationals. But listen, low-key doesn't mean there won't be a little racing going on this weekend.
We have added the Barbie Jeep Challenge this year, and I got to practice on that a few times yesterday, and I think I got some broke ribs actually, so I hope y'all are still here filming that because it's going to be the most exciting race of the weekend.
Oh, he done laid it out!
If Barbie car races don't get you jacked up, then this year's Halloween bash is a little bit more treat than trick.
The number one thing we're celebrating out here is the High Lifter Edition Razor XP 1000. That's even in the black and orange motif for Halloween, so how could it be better? What's amazing is it's only been released for, I don't know, a few weeks, and I don't know how many there are down here, but every time I look up, there's just another High Lifter Edition Razor running around, and I'll tell you what, it's exciting. When Polaris came to High Lifter a couple of years ago to talk about the concept of doing a vehicle, you know, a Sportsman, a Razor, a Ranger, you know, we immediately landed on the Razor. From the beginning, they kept saying, we want to get it. We want to understand the High Lifter riding style. We want to put the parts in it that these people really want. We don't want to frill it up with stuff that looks like mud riding, you know? I was like, well, if you listen to us and you address these things, and y'all are gonna nail it. And that's exactly what they did. And they even one-upped it. They went farther than what we suggested with better waterproofing on the electrical system and all that kind of stuff. They pretty much brought us in at every step, from the features that went on it, to the testing, to the graphics, everything from start to finish, they let us stay involved. I tell you what, I think it really paid off. They nailed it, and it's a hell of a machine.
Hey, stick with us. We're going to take this Razor High Lifter Edition for a little bubble bath so you can take a closer look. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Think easier, think Progressive. And by Dragon Fire Racing. Feel the heat.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. So now that we've seen the high lifter in action, why don't we take a closer look to see why this is the ultimate mud machine.
This is essentially a coming out party for this new vehicle. So we teamed up with the high lifter crew to create the ultimate mud machine for Razor 1000 customers.
So what modifications were made to the new machine?
Well, you can essentially start from the ground up, right? So you definitely need some really aggressive tires for this type of riding. So we started with some high lifter Outlaw 2 29.5-inch tires. You want to stay high above the mud and the obstacles that you're driving on. So we've got high clearance A-arms both on the front and the rear. This is again another design that we worked on with high lifter. Of course, you got to have a winch in case you get stuck.
Absolutely.
So there's a stock winch with a high mount front bumper. In addition to that, we've added some really cool creature comforts. Like we put lower doors on it to try and keep some of that debris out of the cab. It's got a rear view mirror, which is something that we've never done before. It's kind of cool. And then internally, there's a bunch of changes as well. So being that you're in the mud, you kind of want a lower gearing ratio than you would in a typical Razor. So the gear ratio has been reduced by 12%, both in low and high gear. And the reverse chain has been strengthened. So just to hold up to a little bit more abuse that these guys put these things through, up that torque so they can get through some of that really rough terrain. Something really cool on this machine is this is the first time we've ever done a colored powder coated frame. The machine looks great. It goes well with the new high lifter graphics that we've got. It really just makes it look super, super sharp. So
awesome, I can't wait to get in one.
the challenges of making a mud riding vehicle are there's a ton of them, right? Like you've got to worry about water intrusion and making sure everything's sealed up. You've got to make sure you've got, like I said, higher ground clearance, really good performing all-wheel drive systems when you get into that sticky stuff. So the changes that we made on this are pretty substantial, actually. I mean, you've got new suspensions, everything is sealed. You add some accessories to make sure that the occupants stay dry when they're in the mud hole and things like that. There's a lot of additional changes that you need to make from a stock vehicle to really make it perform the way they want it to and hold up to what they're going to put it through.
Let's take the best, baddest machine and take it up another notch, and that's how we selected the Razor. And it's got all the horsepower, it's got the suspension, the ground clearance. I mean, it had 95% of what we were looking for already. The nice thing about it was we only had to fine-tune a few things to get it to be the ultimate mudder. It was right there. It's already the ultimate everything machine, and by teaming up with High Lifter, we really zeroed in on just the mud aspect, and it was just really easy to do.
Stick around, because coming up next, I take the new High Lifter out for a spin. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Super ATV, your trusted source for high-quality off-road parts and accessories.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're in East Texas for Mudtoberfest, and there's a ton of muddy fun to come.
Mudtoberfest! What do you think of it? It's a blast! Woo! Dusty and fun.
Mudtoberfest.
What do you think?
I love it. Just riding, getting muddy.
Well, this event in particular, Mudtoberfest, is an excellent family event. You couldn't ask for anything better as far as the crowd goes. It doesn't get too wild or anything.
We got bacon bits, we got sour cream, cheese, brisket, got it all.
So we're super excited, launching the new Polaris High Lifter Razor Edition. It's mud specific. Consumers have been asking, sales have been wanting it, and we delivered. It's a great machine, snorkel up from the factory, best tires out there in the market, Outlaws. You can't ask for a better machine to go deep.
You can't ask for a better place to show it off than Mud Creek.
This park fits what we do as far as riding, ATV riding. It's a large park, it's 4,000 acres. We have about 650 acres of general camping, and then another 3,300 or so of riding. We can take any kind of ATV or side-by-side. It's dirt, mud, trail riding, whatever you want. And we're open year-round on every weekend.
So the great thing about Mud Creek, you get a little bit of everything for all people. You want to go a little trail riding, a little woods, we've got that. If you want to get down in the water, in the creeks, not so muddy, we can find that for you too, and we'll take you to some of those trails today. Best of all, lots of mud can be found here at Mud Creek, hence the name.
Mud Creek is located in Jacksonville, Texas. It's roughly 2 hours east and a little south of Dallas, or about 2 hours west of Shreveport, Louisiana.
It's pretty centrally located. You know, it's a quick drive from Dallas. It's right in the heart of the Southeast market. It's all mud terrain. There's a little bit of dry land, but other than that, you're out in the muck, right? Riding through the woods and stuff like that.
Mud Creek is almost 5,000 acres, and it is some of the most beautiful rolling hillside in Texas. And then after that, you drop down into these bottoms, and these big swampy bottoms. You can just ride for miles and miles in the mud and water, and you feel like you've left the planet and gone somewhere else.
There's some easy and some difficult trails, a lot of mud, a lot of dust, but it is Texas, so we deal with it.
I think it's about time to check out the park myself.
It's time to get dirty, actually. We're gonna go hit some mud.
We'll go find some mud and water and have a little fun on this new High Lifter Razor.
You know what they say, if the mud ain't flying, you ain't trying. Here we go.
So probably everybody thinks mud riding's easy. Dive off in the hole and go. There actually is a science and art to it. It's understanding what's in front of you, the line to take, when to get on and off the gas.
Or you can just do what the guys from High Lifter do.
We're riding, we're getting stuck, we're helping each other. It's more like a team sport than an individual sport. If you go ride in the mountains or on trails with racers, you ride 30 minutes an hour and you stop and talk. Well, in the mud riding lifestyle, we're riding every 5–10 minutes. You know, we're winching, we're pulling, we're sitting around a mud hole watching people take turns, go through it. There's just a lot more interaction with other riders in this lifestyle. So even though you're in a side-by-side and you're making time, you know, you just have more opportunity to be social.
So now that we're plenty dirty, it's time for the grand finale. Stick around because we doll up some machines for the big race. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Have you ever had the wild desire as an adult to hop in a kid's toy car and tear out the motor and find a large hill and run it down, see what happens? You know, I haven't either, but here at Mudtoberfest, it's all the rage.
We did an overhaul on it last night. We're feeling pretty good about the race today. I feel like we're going to need a paramedic crew more than a pit crew.
As a raise of hands one more time, who is a first-time racer here?
Really?
And is this because no one survived it before?
All right, welcome to the first High Lifter Barbie Jeep Challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of carnage. There's just a few rules. At the top of the hill, you can have somebody give you a push, but they can't take a step. All they can do is just shove you. When you make the turn, you're probably going to roll over, and if you do, just get back on and go. It's going to be a little bit challenging, I think.
Hopefully not.
What's your strategy for today's race?
Keeping this thing together mainly, and going down that hill, trying that hump. That hump's going to be where it's going to be bad. It's a 850 Polaris Sportsman. I pulled it out of the weeds.
I guarantee he's going to be a busy man today.
So tell me about your race strategy today.
Survive, get down the hill and survive.
How is the Superman costume going to help you out?
Padding, it comes with extra padding. I want good video so I can see the cape flapping as I'm going down the hill.
What's your strategy? Okay.
Hang on and go fast.
Which car is yours?
A little red four-wheeler back over there with the pink glasses.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
It only turns right. I'm not sure it's gonna finish. I think it's a one-time race.
All right, well, the finish line is at the end. You're not going to be going so fast that it's the speed of light. You'll be able to tell where it's at. No questions. All right, well, let's get this show started. All right, here we go. Turn them loose. I don't know who's who, but they were bumping and grinding when they got started, coming up to the first whoop. Here he comes. Oh, yeah, he's sideways. The old pink thing is coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we got a crash. Go, go, go. Get in your buggy. He's riding it Superman style. Oh, my God, he's going to do it. But he didn't quite pull it off. Oh, they rolled hard. I'm pretty sure they're all right. Maybe a little skint pride is all. I know these two cats personally, and I can speak for them. They ain't either one of them very bright. There he goes. He can't hold it. Frenchie's barely hanging in there. Brandon is damn near a professional motocross rider. Oh, there goes Frenchie on the inside. He hit turbo and left.
Are you ready? Turn them loose when you're ready. And here they come. Is that Team Powder Puff with a flat at the top of the hill? He dragging a Fred Flintstone brake. Get some air. Oh! He pulled it. Brian Halton pulled it knock on the hill. He's still going. Oh, wow! He came out of nowhere. Junior's done took the lead. Oh, Susan's coming on. Junior got air. Susan's taking the inside. Come on, Susan. Oh, no, and Susan's down. Ronnie looked like he's gimping pretty good, too. Ronnie, shake your hand. All right, while we got these guys getting checked out, we got paramedics on the way. I think he said he wanted a cold beer or something. I'm not sure. That tells me he can't be too bad. End over end at the end. This is the best stuff I have seen in a long time. Brandon, you still got a job even though that was embarrassing.
Barbie car racing. I'd better be sure to sign up for that next year. So that's Mudtoberfest. It's family fun and a new razor from High Lifter. Really, what more could you ask for?